glass is empty on the table for three. We haven't moved it since you set it down for me. But you never came back from the powder room that night. The third glass is empty and the room feels tight. The bass holds a note like a chair that won't fill. The guitar swells, but the room is too still. The upright plays a key that no one pressed, and the brush drum takes its silent rest. I pour a little wine into the empty glass. The crackle on the record watches it pass. Oh, the third glass is empty and the other two are full. One for me, one for the ghost who broke the rule. The third glass waits for the friend who ran away on a Tuesday night in the month of May. So let the wine sit in the third glass and turn to air the empty glass and the love I left unfair. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like why. The bass slides low with a quiet sigh. I lift the third glass in a toast to the missing, the empty glass, and the night. Stop listening. The needle lifts, I pour the wine down the sink. The third glass and the three-way link. The sock under the radiator is navy blue. I found it last Tuesday, it belonged to you. How it got there, I'll never understand. The sock under the radiator from a single man. The bass walks low like a detective on the trail. The guitar swells with a funny little wail. The upright plays a chord that sounds like really. And the brush drum taps soft and steely. I pull the sock out with a fireplace tool. The crackle on the record says, "Don't be cruel." Oh, the sock under the radiator waits for its mate. The other one is somewhere in a forgotten state. You left in a hurry on a snowy afternoon. The sock under the radiator and a lonely tune. So let the navy blue fade into the dust. The sock under the radiator and a love unknown. just. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like lost. The bass slides low at whatever cost. I wash the sock and put it in a drawer. The sock under the radiator, and nothing more. The needle lifts, the sock sits alone next to the glove and the broken phone. The view from the fire escape last summer was clear. We watched the city sweat and the pigeons disappear. You pointed to a water tower where we'd left our mark. The view from the fire escape in the cooling dark. The bass holds a note like the heat of the day. The guitar swells in a lingering way. The upright plays a chord that sounds like evening, and the brush drum taps a slow bereaving. I lean on the railing where your elbow used to rest. The crackle on the record is the summer I loved best. Oh, the view from the fire escape last summer is gone. The city's still sweating, but the love has moved on. The water tower still stands where we carved the date. The view from the fire escape and a different fate. So let the summer haze cover all the years. The view from the fire escape and the salt of tears. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like August. The bass slides low through a season of dust. I sit on the steps where we used to kiss. The view from the fire escape and the summer I miss. The needle lifts, the fire escape creaks. I go back inside for another few weeks. The needle drops on a worn-out groove. The room is dark, just the way we move. You take my hand with that velvet sigh, under the shadow of a midnight sky. The bass walks slow like a lazy stream. You pull me close like a faded dream. The guitar whispers through the amber light, two shadows swaying through the quiet night. Oh, it's vinyl and a slow dance, the kind they played in 1955. Just your breath and a second chance. I swear this old record keeps us alive. So spin me around on these creaking floors till the last song fades and the silence pours. The piano pads like a falling leaf. Your voice is close, barely a heartbeat. No need for words when the horns are low, just the hum of the wires and the winter snow. The arm lifts up, the crackle stays. Kiss me slow in the vintage haze. One more spin for the broken glow, then we go where the old records go. The ice cube that didn't melt in my drink that night sat in the whiskey like a frozen little light. The room was warm, the music was low. The ice cube that didn't melt in the undertow. The bass holds a note like the freeze of the year. The guitar swells, but the sound isn't clear. The upright plays a chord that sounds like winter, and the brush drum taps a splinter. I watch the ice cube float in the amber glow. The crackle on the record is the only thing that moves slow. Oh, the ice cube that didn't melt was the size of a prayer. A little cold heart floating in the despair. Every sip I took left it more alone. The ice cube that didn't melt on a night I should have known. So let the whiskey warm and the glass go dry. the ice cube that didn't melt, and the frozen light. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like thaw. The bass slides low to a broken lawn. I set the glass down and walk away. The ice cube that didn't melt, still there today. The needle lifts, the ice cube waits in a glass I left at 7:45. Forgotten perfume on a winter glove. I found it in a drawer, a remnant of our love. The scent is faded, but it still holds the shape of your hand in mine. A narrow escape. The bass holds a note like I held in tear. The guitar swells from somewhere unclear. The upright strikes a key and lets it ring, and the brush drum taps. A fragile thing, I press the glove against my cheek and close my eyes. The crackle on the record sounds like 1,000 goodbyes. Oh, forgotten perfume on a glove from 1954. The doorbell rings, but I don't answer anymore. Every stitch is a memory sewn into the leather. Every scent is a season we brave together. So let the perfume fade slow and low. I'll keep the glove even if I have to let you go. The archtop whispers a chord I used to hum. The glove falls from my fingers, numb and dumb. The scent is almost gone, just a ghost on the air. Forgotten perfume, but I'm still standing here. The needle lifts, the glove returns to the drawer. I close it slow, and I don't cry anymore. You came home at 2:30 last night. Said you fell asleep in the pale moonlight, but the lipstick on your collar told the truth. A shade of cherry red, that's not my brand, forsooth. The bass walks low like a detective on the case. The guitar chuckles as it watches your face. The upright plays a chord that sounds like nice try, and the brush drum winks from somewhere nearby. I pour your coffee black and I don't say a word. The crackle on the vinyl is the only thing I've heard. Oh, the lipstick on your collar tells a story I know. A slow dance in a bar where the lights are low. You can lie to the mirror, you can lie to the moon, but the vinyl keeps the evidence in its groove. Tune. So let the needle drop on the truth you tried to hide. Cherry red never lies, darling. Cherry red never lies. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like confess. The bass slides up to put a little pressure on the dress. I smile sweetly and adjust your tie. The lipstick on your collar and the twinkle in my eye. The arm lifts slow, the truth stays on your shirt. Cherry red, and it's gonna hurt. The crack in the teacup runs from rim to base, a thin brown line across the porcelain face. I still pour my morning tea into the same old thing. The crack in the teacup and the song I sing. The bass walks low like a careful step. The guitar swells where the memory slept. The upright plays a chord that sounds like fragile, and the brush drum taps a slow agile. I trace the crack with my fingertip. The crackle on the record is the leak from my lip. Oh, the crack in the teacup holds the tea just fine, but every sip reminds me of the broken line between what we were and what we became. The crack in the teacup and the endless shame. So let the porcelain hold the stain of the brew. The crack in the teacup and the love I outgrew. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like whole. The bass slides low to a different goal. I drink my tea and watch the crack grow deep. The crack in the teacup slip of paper under the rug caught my eye today. A corner peeking out like a secret that wants to play. I lifted the wool and pulled it into the light. A slip of paper under the rug from another night. The bass walks low like a curious cat. The guitar swells where the memory sat. The upright plays a chord that sounds like, what is this? And the brush drum taps a silent kiss. The paper is faded, the ink is almost gone. The crackle on the record is the carry-on. Oh, the slip of paper under the rug is a grocery list for two. Milk, eggs, bread, and the brand of tea you used to chew. I must have dropped it the winter you were still around. The slip of paper under the rug on the cold hard ground. So let the list stay faded and the items disappear. The slip of paper under the rug and the ghost of a year. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like ordinary. The bass slides low to the contrary. I fold the paper and put it in a book. The slip of paper under the rug and a second look. The needle lifts, the rug goes back. The paper waits on a different track. The blinds that haven't been opened since the day you left. Striped shadows on the carpet of a room bereft. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, I wouldn't know. The blinds that haven't been opened and the slow below. The bass holds a note like the dark of the room. The guitar swells like a permanent gloom. The upright plays a chord that sounds like closed, and the brush drum taps what I've supposed. I run my finger along the slats of wood. The crackle on the record is the could have understood. Oh, the blinds that haven't been opened keep the morning out. Keep the birds from asking what the sadness is about. Keep the neighbors from waving as they walk the other way. The blinds that haven't been opened and the price I pay. So let the dust collect on the cord that used to pull. The blinds that haven't been opened and the room that's full. archtop strums a chord that sounds like daylight. The bass slides low to a faded spotlight. I touch the chord, but I let it be. The blinds that haven't been opened, and the dark that holds me. The needle lifts, the room is still dark. The blinds stay closed, like a broken arc. The jukebox only plays the blues tonight. Every song is about someone taking flight. I feed it nickels from a sweaty palm. The vinyl soothes me like a false alarm. The bass walks slow like a man with nowhere to go. The guitar swells from the speakers down below. The upright leans into a flattened third, and the brush drum drags like a half-heard word. I order whiskey even though I said I'd stop. The crackle on the record is the only thing that drops. Oh, the jukebox only plays the blues since you went away. Every slow dance is a price I have to pay. I put in a dime for a song called Lonely. The vinyl spins and the room gets holy. So let the jukebox keep its blue regime. I'll sit here nursing the blues like a broken dream. Archtop cries a note that sounds like your name. The bartender asks if I'm still in the game. I shake my head and feed another dime. The jukebox only plays the blues every single time. Song ends, the room is still. I walk to the door against my will. The napkin you drew on is folded in my drawer. A little sketch of a boat and a crooked oar. You signed it with a heart that was slightly off-center. I kept it like a prayer, like a note I was meant to enter. The bass walks slow to the rhythm of the pen. The guitar swells where the ink ran thin. The upright plays a chord that sounds like keep me, and the brush drum taps soft and sleepy. I unfold the napkin and trace your line. The crackle on the record sounds like the end of a whine. Oh, the napkin you drew on is yellow and torn. The boat still floats on the ink-stained morn. Every little stroke is a promise you forgot to keep. Every fold is a secret that I'll never speak. So let the napkin stay in the drawer where it belongs. The boat you drew and the love that went wrong. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like let be. The bass holds a note that looks like the sea. I fold the napkin back the way it was. The boat you drew and the love without a because. The needle lifts, the drawer slides shut. The napkin waits like an unfinished thought. The horns went home about an hour ago. The bar is empty and the lights are low. You left your coat on the hook by the door. I'm still here swaying on the creaking floor. The bass holds down a note that never ends. The guitar swells like a message no one sends. The piano plays a chord that's out of key. The brush drum hits a beat that's just for me. Crackle fills the room where you used to stand. I close my eyes and reach for your phantom hand. Oh, when the horns went home, they took the brass away, left me with the velvet and the slow decay. Just the archtop and the upright and the vinyl hiss, and the ghost of a slow dance I still miss. So play me one more for the broken crowd. Even if the horns went home, I'll play aloud. The needle rides the groove you left behind. of lonely that the double bass can't cure. The chamber reverb makes my heart less sure. The horns went home, but I stayed instead, dancing with the silence and the words you never said. Two shadows on one wooden stool tonight. The room is warm, the amber light is right. You hum the bridge I never learned to sing. The piano plays the page I couldn't bring. Your thumb draws circles slowly on my hand. The bass walks soft across the silent band. The guitar bends a lonely trembling string, and the brushed snare forgets to do its thing. We don't speak much, but neither tries to leave. Two hearts believing what they both deceive. Oh, two shadows on one stool swaying slow. We hold each other, but we both know the vinyl spins what we can't confess. A slow dance in a wrinkled dress. Let the crackle hide the words we mean under the amber of a 1955 dream. The upright leans into a minor fall. I feel your breath, but I don't feel it all. One more rotation till the music dies. Two shadows lying with two sets of lies. The arm lifts slow. The room becomes just dust. Two shadows stay because they always must. The swing door keeps squeaking on its rusty hinge. Every time it opens, I feel my heart lunge. I turn my head slow, hoping it might be you, but it's just the wind or a stranger passing through. The bass walks low, like a heartbeat on hold. The guitar swells a story that's already been told. The upright plays a chord that sounds like maybe, and the brush drum hisses like a lonely lady. I stir my coffee with a shaking hand. The crackle on the record is the only thing I understand. Oh, the swing door keeps squeaking, but you never walk in. I keep hoping the next one will let the dance begin. Every creak is a promise the universe breaks. Every swing is a risk that my foolish heart takes. So let the door keep squeaking on its rusty song. I'll sit here waiting, even if I'm in the wrong. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like let go. The bass slides down to a note that's soft and low. I count the squeaks like a rosary of pain. The swing door keeps opening, but you never come again. The door swings once, I don't turn my head. I finish my coffee and stay in my stead. The dime you dropped on the jukebox is still in the slot. A silver little circle of the past we forgot. You pressed B14 on a Tuesday night. The dime you dropped on the jukebox, and the sound took flight. The bass walks low to the rhythm of the song. The guitar swells where the love went wrong. The upright plays a chord that sounds like play it again, and the brush drum taps like a forgotten friend. I still remember the number and the B-side track. The crackle on the record is the night we can't get back. Oh, the dime you dropped on the jukebox played a song called Lonely May. The singer sang about a love that went and threw it all away. Every time I hear that intro, I'm back in the diner booth. The dime you dropped on the jukebox, and the honest truth. So let the silver tarnish and the slot go dry. The dime you dropped on the jukebox, and the question why. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like B14. The bass slides low to the in-between. I drop another dime, but it's not the same. The dime you dropped on the jukebox, in the fading frame. The needle lifts, the jukebox goes quiet. The dime is still there in the silent riot. Heel clicks on an empty floor tonight. I'm dancing with a shadow in the pale porch light. The furniture's been pushed against the wall. The vinyl's spinning something sad and small. The bass slides up to where your hand would rest. The guitar swells against my lonely chest. The upright plays a chord that sounds like hold me close, and the brush drum whispers what I miss the most. My heels click a rhythm you used to lead. The crackle on the record plants a lonely seed. Oh, heel clicks on an empty floor where we used to sway. I close my eyes and pretend you came to stay. Every step is a memory I can't unlearn. Every turn is a bridge that refuses to burn. So let my heels keep clicking till the needle lifts. One more slow dance for the empty space you left as a gift. The archtop strums a waltz that isn't quite right. I spin alone till I'm dizzy in the failing light. My shadow joins me for the final refrain. Heel clicks on empty floor, and I'll dance again. The arm lifts slow, my heels fall still. The empty floor and a windowsill. The bookmark at page 47 is a faded receipt from a bookstore in the village that no longer has a street. You dog-eared the corner, but I smoothed it back again. The bookmark at page 47, where the story ran. The bass walks low like a line of prose. The guitar swells where the paragraph closes. The upright plays a chord that sounds like chapter, and the brush drum taps a gentle laughter. I open the book to the same yellow page. The crackle on the record is the writer's rage. Oh, the bookmark at page page 47 is stuck in the spine. The protagonist is frozen on a broken line. He never gets to tell her what he found in the snow. The bookmark at page 47, and the love that had to go. So let the receipt fade to an invisible stain. The bookmark at page 47, and the lost refrain. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like finish. The bass slides low to the truth that diminishes. I close the book and put it on the stack. The bookmark at page 47, and the love I can't get back. The needle lifts, the book stays shut. The receipt is still there, and the dusty rug. Cigarette smoke curls up to the ceiling fan. I'm still here nursing the same old can. You left at midnight, it's now 2:45. The bartender's wiping the glass just for me. The bass slides down to a note that tastes like regret. The guitar swells, but it hasn't gotten there yet. The upright plays a minor fall at the turn, and the brush drum hisses like a bridge that won't burn. My lipstick's fading on the rim of the glass. The crackle counts the seconds as they pass. Oh, cigarette smoke and a minor fall tonight. The melody bends, but it won't hold on tight. Every chord is a question I've asked before, and the answer walks out through the swinging door. So let the ash fall where the vinyl spins. One more slow dance before the morning begins. The archtop whispers a line I used to know. Your ghost is sitting in the corner's glow. I tap my fingers on the worn-out bar. The minor fall is all that's gotten this far. The needle lifts, the smoke still hangs around. I pay my tab and leave without a sound. bartender knows my name and my usual drink. He doesn't ask how I am, 'cause he's watched me sink. The same stool, the same crack in the leather top, the same slow jazz spinning till the jukebox drops. The bass walks slow like a friend who knows the truth. The guitar swells like the ache inside my youth. The upright pads a chord that tastes like cheap red wine, and the brush drum hisses like I'm crossing a line. The bartender pours without looking at my face. The crackle on the vinyl fills the empty space. So the bartender knows my name and the hurt I hide. He's seen me laugh, he's seen me swallow my pride. Every slow dance I've danced alone in the back, every promise I broke and every heart attack. So let him pour another while the vinyl spins. The bartender knows my name and where the pain begins. The archtop plays a chord that sounds like last call. I nod at the bartender against the wall. He wipes the counter and he turns the lights up slow. The needle finds the groove, but I'm not ready to go. The arm lifts up, the bartender sighs. I leave my usual tip and my usual lies. The window frost with your finger is still on the pane. A little heart you drew in the cold and the rain. It fades in the morning when the sun comes through. The window frost with your finger and a heart for two. The bass bows low like the wind outside. The guitar swells where the warmth used to hide. The upright plays a chord that sounds like stay, and the brush drum freezes at the break of day. I press my thumb against the fading heart. The crackle on the record is the cold tearing apart. Oh, the window frost with your finger is melting slow. Every droplet is a memory I used to know. You drew that heart on the coldest night of spring, and I kissed the glass where your finger would cling. So let the frost melt into the morning air, the window frost, and the love I left there. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like warm. The bass slides slow through a frozen storm. The heart is gone when the sun climbs high. The window frost, just a tear and a sigh. The needle lifts, the window is clear. The frost is gone, but the heart is still here. The apron you never wore is hanging on the hook. I bought it for your birthday from a little vintage book. The fabric is a pattern of cherries and cream. The apron you never wore, the unraveled seam. The bass walks slow to the kitchen where you'd stand. The guitar swells like a touch from your hand. The upright plays a chord that sounds like almost, and the brush drum taps a golden ghost. I take the apron down and hold it to my chest. The crackle on the record sounds like a word unexpressed. Oh, the apron you never wore still smells like the store. The day I picked it out, I couldn't ask for more. I imagined you stirring soup with a little smile, but you left before the winter, and the apron stayed meanwhile. So let the cherries fade and the cream turn gray. The apron you never wore for the one who went away. The archtop strums a chord that sounds like forgive. The bass slides low so the heart can live. I fold the apron into a square of grace. The apron you never wore, and the empty space. The needle lifts, The apron goes in the drawer next to the napkin, and the love